Angry guy here, and passport sister gets taken hostage in Uganda. Passport sister gets taken hostage in Uganda. I mean, these women, they're going overseas. They think they're big and bad. They could do bad all on their own, and then they're finding themselves in these situations where these men are not playing games with them. They think that they're going to go overseas and do this passport thing, and they don't realize that it's a very difficult world out there. Recently, something was like 4 or 6 different passport kings, unfortunately, are no longer with us. They got deleted in Colombia, and black women, especially black women, were throwing celebrations online, just like they celebrated when Kevin Samuels passed away. They celebrated. Oh, did they? They threw parties. They threw parties, just like they celebrated when Kevin Samuels passed away. They celebrated when when they found out that these men had gotten deleted in Colombia, and they feel like they're so big and bad, and they could do bad all on their own. But then you have stories like one I put out recently. I showed you guys recently where a passport sister went to Jamaica, and she got clapped. She got the back blown out by a Rasta, and she got her groove. She got her groove back. But when she came back to the U.S., she had also come back with something else, and she was very sick. And they basically tested her for a bunch of things, couldn't find out what was wrong with her. Finally, they did a spinal tap on her, and they were able to find HIV that way. And she's been HIV positive for a good while now. Good while now, because we know that a lot of these women, they go overseas to these countries where they have poor men, poor men and boys, and they engage in these terrible relationships. The Justice Department is not stepping in, but she came back with HIV. There's a lot of you who said that she's the one who brought it to Jamaica with her in the first place. But it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy about this. And something I did know about. I knew this was happening for years. I remember reading an article going back almost 20 years or more about that this was happening. That a lot of women were going to Jamaica, and they had a rent to dread service, and they had to shut down rent to dread because high rates of HIV were spreading. And I mean, that's just, she's one of those women. They don't talk about it, but a lot of these women, they went down there, they go to these countries, and they basically engage in these relationships with these poor black men or poor Asian men, because they go to Asia, they go to these are their favorite targets: the Caribbean, Asia, and Africa. And they go over there and they engage in these relationships with these poor black men or poor Asian men or poor Hispanic men, and then give them a couple of dollars, and then you see these results. So anyway, this other woman, she decided that she was going to be bad. She thought that she was going to go over to Africa, have her way, live this life, and she doesn't understand that Africa is no joke. They go over to Ghana, they go over to Uganda under the guise of tourism. But really, what it is that it's they're going over there to tour something else. They're going over there to get into physical relationships, have physical contact with these poor black men. When I say poor, these men are living in poverty. So these guys will give it up for a banana. And so one of these women, she decided she was gonna have some fun, and she was gonna go out into the bush, and she messed around and she found out. So let's go ahead and look at the article. So an American woman who was taken on and held for 500K during a safari in Uganda is passport sis. She thought she was big and bad, do bad all on her own. So right now, this was at the time this happened, Ugandan security force, they were actually searching for this woman. She's a U.S. citizen. She and the driver were both taken in a wildlife park, and the people who took them, they're demanding $500,000. And the missing person was taken by four men. And in Queen Elizabeth National Park, a protected area near the porous border with Congo, according to Ugandan police and a government spokesperson. And the guys who took her, uh, they basically took her took her by any means necessary, and disappeared into the bush. Literally, it says disappeared into the bush. And then later, using the phone of one of the, she was her and the driver that got taken, using the phone of one of them, demanded a ransom of $500,000. That was a statement issued by the police, and they said, we strongly believe that this request for the money is the reason behind why she was taken. And the vehicle was left parked, and the guys who took them went away with the keys. So the woman is 35 years old, or she was 35 years old. We don't know if she's still with us. They may have deleted her because we don't know what happened. And what's interesting, there were four other people, but she was the only one that they took. So these passport sisters, they think they're big and bad. They think they could do bad all on their own. They think they could walk around this earth and they are untouchable and unstoppable, you know. And they just don't understand this is how the world is, you know. You're not untouchable. Like, they step outside of American society and they think that, oh, the cops will come and rescue them, the military is going to come and save them. Look at Brittany Reiner. Like, look at, like, I wish Tucker Carlson's going to be interviewing Putin, and I really wish he would just ask Putin head on, like, hey Putin, what do you think about the fact that our president traded a weed head for an arms dealer? Like I would straight up just ask Putin. I would ask, Putin's a real dude. Putin is a 100%. I would feel very comfortable asking Putin this question, like, what do you think about this, that our president actually did this? Okay, because Putin he's 100% a real dude, and he'd probably say something like, well, the American people obviously see exactly what's happening in their country, and the leadership, or lack of proper leadership. You know, these passport sisters, they are accomplices with the state, but they think that the state actually cares about them. The state does not care about women. The state does not care about men. The state does not care about the citizens. Guys, there was a term that a former KGB agent used when, after he left Russia and he defected to the United States. He described these people as useful idiots. And he said that when everything goes to hell, and when everything goes to hell, these same people are going to think that they're going to have some special purpose in this administration, and they're going to have some special powers and so forth. And he said they will be the first ones to go, the first ones to go, you know. And I don't feel sorry for these people at all. These are terrible people. These are horrible, horrible people. Really, really nasty people. Really evil, vindictive people. We have to wake up to this. We have to wake up to this and realize that, I've said this before and I'll say it again, nothing lasts forever. Like, everything is coming apart around us. The seams are coming apart. You will own nothing and be happy. Y'all remember that? Like, literally, this is the reality that we're heading to. And modern women will own absolutely nothing. They won't own anything because they have no financial literacy skills. They think that they're so smart, they're so brilliant, that they can do everything and anything a man can do and better. Do you remember the whole "a woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle"? But then, where are they now? What are they doing now? They are basically out here, like, trying to act like, oh, if men leave the country, oh, you guys, you should be able to get any baddie in America. But these men don't want to be in a relationship with y'all. They don't like your behavior. They don't like what you have to offer. Like, these women are basically, they view men as property. They view men as property, and they're like, oh no, our property can't just leave like that. Y'all can't just get up and leave like that. We own you. We own you. And nothing lasts forever. Okay? and without a man to supplement their income, without a man to say no, because that's what men do. Men say no. That's what real men do. A woman goes that wants to make these crazy purchases and spend ridiculous spending. Men say no. We have to have a roof over our heads. We have to prioritize. We have to plan for a rainy day. We have to make sure there's money for this and this and this. Because if you allow women to do whatever they want to do, they will spend. They will, guys, they will drive you into the ground, and then they will. And while they're doing this, they're looking for. They have other men on the side that they're also doing this to, or that they'll immediately retreat to as soon as they've destroyed you. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, help get the channel to 100,000 subscribers and our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Passport sister gets taken hostage in Uganda. What do you guys think about this? I want to hear your thoughts. You know what I think, but I want to hear what you guys think in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.